Ever wonder why revisiting a childhood favorite doesn't always hit the same way? For many fans, the world of Dragon Ball, a franchise that defined a generation, presents this very dilemma. After over 4 decades, King Goku's adventures still deliver the same punch, but there's no stick.
Okay, so let's explore why rewatching Dragon Ball in 2026 might be a surprisingly complex experience.
Uh, Dragon Ball isn't just an anime, it's a cultural cornerstone. Uh, and so Akira Toriyama's creation established many tropes now commonplace in shonen anime and manga. Um, the exciting battles, the memorable characters, and the relentless pursuit of strength captivated audiences worldwide. However, time hasn't been entirely kind to the anime adaptations. Um, Master Roshi, a character meant to be comedic, subversion of martial arts masters, now lands differently. Um, while Toriyama's initial intent was humorous, the anime often amplifies his perverted tendencies, particularly towards the young Bulma, who was only 16 at the series start. This dynamic feels uncomfortable by today's standards. Beyond Roshi, the treatment of female characters is a recurring issue. Bulma, though a strong character, often falls into fan service tropes. Um, Characters like Chi-Chi and Videl, initially presented as capable fighters, uh, are sidelined into domestic roles. Uh, while the series shows slight improvement with uh, characters like Caulifla and Kale, uh, the overall pattern remains problematic. The pacing of the anime can also be a struggle. The original Dragon Ball, created alongside the manga's publication, um, often felt drawn out. Uh, this issue worsened in Dragon Ball Z, where battles stretched endlessly, filled with charging sequences and prolonged power ups, and even Dragon Ball Super, despite its attempts, sometimes falls into this trap. Uh, uh, they see six alligate these artificial differently. Uh, if I want to talk about research in city, many other artificial differently is so while not as egregious as some series. Dragon Ball's filler often creates plot holes or contradicts established canon. The Red Ribbon Army saga and the Great Saiyaman saga are particularly notorious for their extended and unnecessary content. The English dub, with a few exceptions, like Dragon Ball Kai and the movies, often suffers from inaccuracies and questionable changes. Altered dialogue, mischaracterizations, and a downgrade in the soundtrack detract from the viewing experience. The original intent of some scenes is lost in translation and adaptation. Uh, uh, Animation quality fluctuates wildly throughout the series. While some episodes boast stunning visuals, others are plagued by choppy animation, inconsistent character designs, and jarringly low quality frames. Uh, Dragon Ball Super, in particular, faced criticism for its inconsistent animation during its initial run, but level of triumph. Physical releases of Dragon Ball are surprisingly problematic. Uh, DVDs and Blu-rays often suffer from cropping, color correction issues, and even missing frames. The quality control is often lacking, making it difficult to find a truly satisfying collector's edition. Well, power scaling, a common issue in battle anime is particularly egregious in Dragon Ball Promise. The anime often contradicts the logic established in the manga, inflating the strength of certain characters for dramatic effect. This inconsistency can be frustrating for dedicated fans. With the upcoming release of a revamped Dragon Ball Super, the original anime feels increasingly outdated. The remake promises a more faithful adaptation of the manga, improved animation, and a tighter narrative. This makes revisiting the original series less appealing. Ultimately, the source material remains the strongest aspect of the Dragon Ball experience. Akira Toriyama's manga is a masterpiece of storytelling, character development, and action choreography. It's a more consistent, nuanced, and satisfying experience than the anime adaptations. So is Dragon Ball still worth watching in 2026? It depends. If you're a nostalgic fan, you might find some enjoyment in revisiting old favorites, but be prepared for some dated animation, questionable characterization, and a pacing that can test your patience. If you're new to the series, the manga is undoubtedly the best place to start. And remember, even Super Saiyans need a break. So if you find yourself getting frustrated, just remember Goku would tell you to train harder, or maybe just read the manga. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.